Alright everybody, we are on to part 6 and we're just about to finish this tax return. So this is the last part you have to do. Is just we're going to file the return. So what we do is what's called e-filing. It's kind of like email. You just send the tax return over the internet to the IRS. It's a lot faster and it's easy because you don't have to mail stuff. That screen is FYI. And so you have the option of having a check mailed to you or doing direct deposit. Right now this is just you don't have to pay anything because we're my free taxes. If you have an income over $58,000, everything's free. So it just shows you the payment thing. So listen, everybody, here's your bill. It's $0. All right. So you can either do direct deposit or check. Direct deposit is faster. Check requires less information. So if you do direct deposit, you put in your transit number, your account number, and the amount. We aren't going to do that right now because we don't have that information. So Joey Wallace is going to have a check mailed to him. So this is the part which kind of trips some people up. It asks for if this is where if you have your last year's tax return, it's kind of handy, but you don't need it. So there's 3 options here. If you did not file a tax return last year, you would go to never filed a return before. You go to next, and then you'd have a screen here where you just put in 5 numbers of your choice. Doesn't matter what numbers. So it's a lot easier if you did not file a tax return last year. So don't worry if you didn't. And then basically it's going to ask you for your PIN number for 2008. Now everyone chooses a 5-digit PIN number when they file their return. Sometimes H&R Block or whoever did your return did it for you. So you can find that if you look at last year's return. If you don't remember what your PIN was and you don't have last year's return, it's not a big deal. Basically, you just go to this part where it says forgot your PIN. You would click on that, and then you go to this over number 3. There's a little link here, and you're gonna have this big long screen, which just you would just put in all this information, for the IRS. You fill out this form, and then you would click submit, and it would give you the 5-digit number. So don't worry, it's not hard. The only thing you have to remember that all this information is it's supposed to match your last year's return, 2008. So make sure that you put in the correct address that you have used last year. Otherwise, it gives you a message that says that you did not match the records. But for this tax return, we're not going to do that. We're just going to do we're going to pretend that Joey Wallace did not file a tax return last year. So we're going to do never filed a return before. And remember, this is only if you did not file a return last year. So his PIN number is going to be 12345. Alright. And then it'll ask you the same deal for the state return. So, yeah, we want e-file state Kansas. And then since he's getting a Kansas refund too, we'd have a check mailed. Alright, and then for Missouri, it's going to e-file Missouri. And he doesn't have a refund or anything from Missouri. See, $0, so it's not going to matter. And so if it asks you for which PIN you want to use, you always want to do the federal PIN. That's just the 5-digit number you just used. Finally, there's this screen here which says review before filing. So what we're doing is we're e-filing, and he's gonna have a check mailed to him. Of course, that would be different if you were doing direct deposit. And confirm your email address. That's easy. And basically, to finish, you would just click this button that says send returns. We're not going to do that today because this is a fake return. Joey Wallace is now a real person. And if you want to print it out, just go to the welcome screen here. Click on download/print my 2009 return and you're good to go. So this has been Tommy D, another internet lesson. Hope you file that return, do it for free, and hopefully you'll get a refund. So good luck.